What's going on? Good afternoon, good people. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Y'all let me know y'all can hear me. Somebody let me know y'all can hear me. Shit, I feel like I ain't been live in forever. So, if I get somebody let me know they can hear me. Okay, so you can hear me. Alright, cool. What's going on, Roller Mal? It's been a minute. What's going on with you? And I'm so tired of these things popping up right here. Hold on, let me close out some things real quick. Okay. Midnight Green, what's going on with you? What's going on with you? Alright, guys, this ain't gonna be long because I gotta go to work after a while and I'm actually kind of sleepy trying to do this. But it needs to be done. How's the video running? Am I looking smooth or what's going on? How the video running? Y'all say y'all can hear me, but my baby Chris, Cosmo Kid. I don't know if I've seen you before, not unless you didn't change your name. You calling me your baby and all that. All right now, I hear you. I hear you. Damn, I've been gone this long. Came back, still getting praised like that. That's what I'm talking about. And I don't even know when last time I've been live. You know, but is the video, how the video looking to y'all? Is it choppy or y'all see me good or what's going on? How the video looking? My man Mike in a bit. What up, Michael? I responded to your comment, man. It ain't just you, dude. It's a lot of people that ain't getting my notification. You know, just like now. Well, yeah, now I didn't get a chance to set this up appropriately, so a lot of people won't probably not gonna get the notification probably till later, whatnot. I see Lady D in the building. What's going on, lady? How you doing? I did get your text, dear. I was in physical therapy when you text me, so I did get it. So I'll holler at you. Oh, Nikki C. Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. I like that. All right. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for joining me this afternoon. You ain't got to make this quick or whatnot, but I ran into this story, and the reason I'm doing this story because it's crazy for when I read it when it happened, and also there's something I want to talk about at the end of it. I want y'all to hear doing this story or whatnot. So let's see if we can get right into it. And we're going to be talking about y'all look behind me. There's a picture going to be popping up in a minute. Okay, there we go. We're going to talk about this story about a woman by the name of Rashida Barzy. She's not one of them in the picture. I actually thought there was her, but it's not her. It's actually her children. I don't think they actually have a picture of her yet. But however, though, you see the two in the background. That is Soleil and Chloe Spears. And I'm assuming this is the 9-year-old that I'm about to talk about in a minute. So to get y'all to meet some potato what's going on with this story, the 9-year-old had a birthday party, or her birthday came up. I think she had a birthday party. And the dad was supposed to come and join the birthday party, and the little girl was excited about her dad coming for her birthday, which a lot of kids be excited, especially young little ladies who be excited to see their dad come to their birthday party. You would imagine how the joy that she felt by daddy showing up. But she didn't get the presentation that she was looking for. Dad came to the house with another agenda. Dad came to the house and did the unthinkable. And I guess thankfully, if it's safe to say, the young lady survived. But I can imagine how she felt when she heard and saw what probably was really going on. So don't let me tell y'all. I'm gonna let y'all hear for yourself what happened with this young lady and her folks. And yeah, it's crazy. As always, it's crazy, people. So let's have a listen.
New details about a disturbing murder-suicide in Brooklyn late last night. A man killed his girlfriend and her daughters and then killed himself. The only one spared was the gunman's 9-year-old daughter, who hid in the closet as she called police. Eyewitness News reporter Stacey Sager is live in...
His 9-year-old daughter hid in the bathroom because her dad was in the house killing people. And that's how she was able to survive. But let's listen to some more. Listen to some more.
Brownsville with the story. Stacey?
Well, Sandra, this was supposed to be a birthday celebration. Instead, this 9-year-old girl, she lost her entire family. This was a domestic dispute. It ended in gunfire, ended with her cowering in a closet and then calling for help.
Police who arrived here in Brownsville late last night were wearing body cameras that told this gut-wrenching story. When they walked into the 4th-floor apartment here at the Dyke Houses on Sutter Avenue, the 9-year-old girl was still hiding in a closet. Her whole family shot and killed.
It would tear your heart out to see the young girl from that crime.
The body-worn camera of her calling 911 just breaks your heart. Where she's saying, Daddy's coming for my birthday, he didn't bring presents.
Instead, they say he brought a gun and killed her mother, 45-year-old Rashida Barzee, and her 2 older sisters, 20-year-old Soleil Spears and 16-year-old Chloe Spears. The question is why.
We know he left in an agitated state to meet her.
We also know he had a violent past, including a conviction 28 years ago for manslaughter. But police say we may never know much more, since 46-year-old Joseph McCrimons shot and killed himself here on Mother Gaston Boulevard nearby only a short time later. Today, anti-violence activists trying to pull together a community still in disbelief.
It's a lot, maybe mental health issues that we don't even address in the neighborhood.
And for one very traumatized little girl, that job seems daunting.
It's sad. There's too much going on in this world right now for this. So you lose your whole family. It's tragedy.
And we are learning a little bit more about the victims in this case. Rashida Barzee, the girl's mother, she worked for New York City Health and Hospitals. Also, police say they've now recovered at least 2 guns in this case. The police commissioner himself visiting here just a short time ago. He said he is very concerned about the escalating gun violence in the city, gun violence in which children keep suffering, and he is urging New Yorkers not to become numb.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story right there. I mean, hold on, computer running a little slow for some reason. And what the hell is that? I didn't click on it, did I? Now, imagine that. What up, Sage? Again, you know, when it comes to little girls, young ladies, and probably young men too, when they hear their father is coming to their birthday party, you know, that's a thing of joy, you know, and probably because they probably don't get to see their dad much, whatever the case may be going on between the dad and the mom. But this little girl was excited that her dad was coming to the birthday party. But sadly, again, you know, he had another agenda. Now, I don't know what this has anything to do with a custody battle. I don't know whatever the case may be, you know, or was there some shit talking, or was there some, I don't know. We just don't know what's going on because we don't live with these people. And right now the story is still fresh. I mean, we talk about fresh like yesterday fresh. So right now, I guess they still gathering stuff. And I do my best to keep y'all updated on this story. But I want y'all to think about, you know, stories like this, you know, the one like I did about the young girl who's 6 years old, you know, who got into an argument with that dude over a clogged up toilet, and how he took matters in his hand and went and killed this girl over a clogged toilet. Then I did a story about the McCully girl, the one who was in a domestic violence relationship with the, damn, what's that man's name? I think it was Bobby. His name was Bobby. In domestic violence relationship with Bobby, but instead of McCully, the girl, the lady, the woman, instead of her moving in silence, you know, she kept posting stuff on social media, which in my opinion, when I talked to the cousin, I feel like she just made it worse. You know, I mean, she just kept posting her stuff, and a lot of stuff just really didn't make no sense to me, especially when she was posting her stuff about how good her coochie was. And I think about this story, I still baffled about that part. You know, you got all this going on. This man is hunting you down and just beating the holy hell out of you. And the best thing you want to talk about was your coochie. I didn't get that at all. But however, this shit just got out of control. This man turned around and not only killed her, but killed her children as well. And he spared the young lady, which was his biological child. So I want y'all to just think about what all this is coming down to, you know, and well, except for the fact that a 6-year-old who got killed in a clogged toilet is evolving around this circle of domestic violence, you know. And I always ask the question, if you are in a domestic violence relationship, what's making it so hard for you to depart from that man who's kicking your ass? What is so hard from departing from him? If you know this is what he does, you know, no matter what you do to try to please him and this, that, and third, you get your ass whipped regardless of what, you know. So what is so hard about leaving somebody who is abusing you, not just physically, but all across the globe? I would like somebody to give me a straight up answer if you can. What makes it so hard for y'all to depart ways of somebody who don't mean you no good? They not here to love you. They only here to hurt you. And not only that, they're here to hurt your children. And I always said that, you know, if they can't get you, they're going to get the next thing that you love. And that's your siblings. So, I don't know. I would like to know from somebody who, I guess, it had to take somebody who actually been in one and survived one to tell me what made it so hard for him and her to depart ways from somebody who just kept beating their ass. I would like to know that, you know, because I'm gonna let y'all hear something, and I think this has something to do with domestic violence. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I think it really has some. I think it evolved around that inner circle of domestic violence. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna shut that down because for some reason making my computer go slow. I'm gonna read to you. Damn, I shouldn't have did that. Hold on. I shouldn't have closed that out. Hold on. I need to bring that back up. Oh, what? Okay, never mind. I got it up on this computer. So never mind. All right, so guys, here what the story is saying. We want to go deeper into this. Here's what the story is saying. This happened in Brownsville, Brooklyn, and it says a 9-year-old called the police after her mother and 2 sisters were fatally shot in what appeared to be a triple murder suicide at what was supposed to be the young baby's birthday party. This happened late Monday. It said the alleged shooter, the girl's father. The alleged shooter was her father. He was later found dead on the street. And it goes on to say that police said of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, so of course he committed suicide, killed himself. The victims were shot inside a 4th-floor apartment on Sutter Avenue in Brownsville inside the Van Dyke Houses, where the girl called 911 around 11:20 p.m. to report that her father had shot her mother and sisters. Body-worn cameras of her calling 911 just breaks your heart, New York PD Chief of Detectives Joseph said. She is saying, Daddy's coming from my birthday party. He didn't bring any presents. Listen to what this baby said, y'all. She said, Daddy's coming from my birthday party. He didn't bring any presents. So, again, you know, this 9-year-old, you know, she was happy that her daddy was coming, but I guess she felt some type of way when Dad didn't show up with no presents. All right? Hold on. Y'all covered up. I ain't mean to do that. Hold on. There y'all go. All right. She feeling some type of way that Daddy didn't come home with no present. Y'all don't mind, please give them thumbs up for your boy. Appreciate it. Which a lot of children be like if nobody show up with presents. And they say it's really heart-wrenching. They have no prior domestic history. Okay, they have no prior domestic history. So this wasn't domestic violence. So what's really going on? And it also said there was no 911 calls between them. Okay, this is strange. The victims were identified as 45-year-old Rashida Barzi, 20-year-old Soleil, which the young lady who you see on my left right here who's on the child, that is Soleil. And the young lady who is next to her is 16-year-old Chloe. They were reported deceased at the scene. Health and Hospitals released a statement on the death of Barzi, who was a New York City Health Hospital employee. We are deeply saddened by the senseless death of a member of the New York City Health Hospital family. In addition to reaching out to relatives, we have activated our Helping Healers HEAL team to support those who work beside this staff member and may need grief counseling, spokesman Chris Miller said. It's not yet known what her position was at the hospital. Police said they found the 9-year-old girl hiding in a closet. We believe that he had a 20-year relationship with the female killed. 20-year relationship. Wow, what really went wrong with the female killed? He comes to the apartment for the daughter that they have in common for a birthday party. The 46-year-old suspect, Joseph McCrimons, was found outside a nearby building in the same city-run housing complex. The motive is unclear at this time. We know he left in an agitated state to meet her. Even though there was no domestic history, police said McCrimons had a violent past. Included a conviction 28 years ago for manslaughter. Still, authorities say they may never know much more about these murders. All right, ladies, I gotta ask y'all a question, and I guess I gotta ask the men too. If you meet somebody, okay, how can I ask y'all this? I'm asking the men and the women, for people who watching now, for people who watch later. A lot of us say we want somebody to be honest with us. We want somebody to be 100% with us, right? We all want that. But my first question is, do we really want that? And here's why I'm asking, because if you trying to get to know somebody, and this is what you find out, that they got a violent history, and one of the things in that violent history was manslaughter, do you feel safe enough to still talk to that person? If you want the truth, I'm sure you can respect them for telling you the truth. But once you find out they got a history like this, do you feel you're already in danger? Or do you feel it's dangerous to try to proceed any further with trying to get to know this person? Just think about it. They got a violent past and they got manslaughter on them. I would like to know that. Do you think it's dangerous, or how would you feel about it, period? Somebody coming clean to you, telling you this, and they let you know they got a violent past. And on a violent past, actually somebody got killed. So, how do y'all feel about that? And another reason why I'm asking, because we a lot of women, so I know a lot of you women like to say y'all like to fuck with the bad boys. So I want to know, is this bad enough for you? But as I go on further with this, it says anti-violence activists try to pull together a community still in disbelief. There's a lot, maybe even mental health issues that we don't even address in the neighborhood, said Daniel Gooden, with men elevating leadership. And for one very traumatized little girl, that job seems daunting. It's sad, neighbor Rashawn Morris said. There's just too much going on in this world right now for this to lose your whole family. It's tragedy. She has said the recent spike in the shootings are leaving many disillusioned. I think some are becoming numb to this, the commissioner said. None of us up here are numb to this. These are real people. I spent this morning watching body camera video of that terrible incident last night in Brooklyn. It will tear your heart out to see the little girl from that crime. 2 guns were recovered at the scene. Really troubling and tragic situations, Mayor Bill said. A horrible, horrible situation. My heart goes out to for those who have been lost. The investigation is continuing. So like I told y'all right now, the information is real vague right now because this story is fresh. But let me see. What's going on, Miss Tawana? Tawana said, I believe in second chances. It depends on the circumstances of how it happened. If I had kids, it's a definite no for me. All right, that's fair. Lady D said, definitely all depends on the story. Okay. Roller Miles said it all depends on how they got the manslaughter charge. If they got it because they were defending themselves, then that's a whole another situation. All right, that's fair. That's fair. She said, right, if it was a car accident, somebody doing you harm, protecting your family is different from, I can't see what their words say, but it's something about murder. All right. I just want to know, no judgment here. I just want to know, how do you look at that? And do you feel it would be okay to proceed with dating somebody who has a violent history and with manslaughter charge? But those are good answers, and I hope some men come in later and I would like to know what they think if they had a female they trying to holler at, and she got a violent history on her. How we look at it. Me personally, I don't know. I think I'd be cautious, because even though the manslaughter part for what y'all saying, y'all absolutely correct. It could be different things that happen to cause the manslaughter. But my thing is, you still got a violent history. So I guess I would need to see what your violent history consists of, and will it affect my life? Me, even though I don't have any kids, but still, I got my life to look after. Amen. I got my life to look after. And and I say a lot of times in these streams, it's not a bad idea for people to do background checks. So after hearing this, and after I just read that, maybe this, especially the young generation, I'm aiming at the young generation. When y'all be dating these people or whatnot, man, don't be ashamed to do background checks, because better safe than sorry. All right, and I say that to my sister. She's still young in mid-20s. I say this to her. Whoever you date, don't feel ashamed of doing background checks, because you never know what you might find out, because your life is important just like everybody else's. Safety comes first. Preach. Safety comes first. All right. So, all right. I appreciate y'all answering that. I just want to know, how some of y'all look at that. But then again, maybe some of y'all turn a blind eye to it. Who knows? I just want to know some of y'all people mindset out there. But anyway, as I continue, I was listening to this right here, and I wanted y'all to hear it, and I guess give y'all thoughts as they talk on in this, and I guess I would end it right there until I get more information on this story. We're going to end it right here, but I want y'all to hear this. right here. If they don't play an ad,
you've been away.
Which they are playing the ad first. Because I found this very interesting when I was listening to it. I gotta let this ad get through playing first. Alright. So let me let y'all go over here. Let me switch this out real quick. There we go right there. And let's have a listen.
Project have analysed every detail of the last 53 years of mass shootings in America and have made some very shocking revelations. Psychologist Sandy Ray joins us now from Melbourne to break these things down. Sandy, what did the researchers find?
Good morning, David and Nellie. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, even when you look at that footage, it sends a shiver down your spine, doesn't it? So the Violence Project is a really wonderful project because it's what it's giving us and what it's revealing is evidence-based research, not about the traits of these people, but about the commonalities. And some of the commonalities are that 98% are males, 54% are white, the average age is 34 and 80% were actively suicidal. And actively suicidal means that not only are they thinking of suicide, but they actually have a plan in place about how to finish off their lives.
So what about these 4 traits that they talk?
Y'all heard what she said, they have a plan at the end to finish out with their lives, and I wanted y'all to hear this because I find this very interesting. And the article is about the story that I'm telling y'all, but I guess it's breaking down on people who does mass shooting like this, and at the end of what when they get through doing it, I guess in their mindset, and they're like, fuck it, I ain't got nothing else to live for, so I'm gonna take my own life too. And I just find this quite interesting. I'm pretty much sure y'all will too. Let's continue.
About that mass shooters typically have. What are they?
Yeah. So they're commonalities. So they're not characteristics of the people themselves. So it's important to distinguish that. So one of them is probably not surprising that these people have suffered a lot of early childhood trauma, sexual abuse, parental neglect, poor parental supervision, parents who have...
How many of y'all agree with this? They suffer from trauma, crisis, script, and access. And y'all hearing what the lady is saying right now, sexual abuse, that's one of the things she brought up too. So, wow.
Suicided, witnessing domestic violence. The second commonality they've identified is crisis. And crisis means that there has been some tipping point to these shooters. And bear in mind that a mass shooting is defined as 4 or more shootings in a particular public place. So there's a crisis in their lives. The third point is that they have a script, and that means that they have watched other mass shooters. So as we know that there's often copycat suicides, there's copycat mass shootings. The final one is access. So they have access to guns, to ammunition, to public spaces. And again, another figure, 80% of these mass shooters have been provided firearms in their family home.
And I'm sure that access is not going to go away anytime soon in America.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
how likely is it that the other things that we're finding in there's other 3 factors, could be used to prevent future attacks?
Yeah, I mean, the overarching reason that we get this research is that, well, now we've got the identifiable commonalities. What do we do with this research? What things can we implement? And what they've come up with 3 really important things that we now need to work on is suicide prevention. So identifying when people are talking about suicide. It's not just attention seeking, it's very real. What can we do? Who can we contact? Who can we support these people with? Another one is learning to de-escalate situations. So one thing they've often talked about is just connecting with other people. When someone is in a crisis, when someone is reaching out, connect with them, talk to them. It can be that simple to intervene. And again, early intervention. This is the absolute basis of all of this. So the quicker that we identify it, and it starts in early childhood, when we see a child who's coming from a chaotic family, whose parents are suffering from mental health, that's the time we step in. So early identification and intervention is critical.
Sandy, when we talk about prevention, I know that after the Christchurch massacre, Jacinda Ardern came out and said, you know what, I'm not going to mention the name of this man responsible. I'm not going to give him that notoriety. Is that something that plays into this? One of the reasons why these people do this is that they know that they are going to become famous. And is that perhaps something that we, as the media, need to consider, that we stop naming these people, these mass shooters?
Absolutely. Like, she was brilliant in doing that. That's exactly right. So there's this hashtag called no notoriety, sorry. Hashtag no notoriety. So that we know, this is the part of the script, that they enjoy that notoriety, that whilst they're in their suicide ideation, their thoughts of terminating their life, they can go out with a bang, that they can be identified, they're going to be infamous. And Jacinda beautifully stopped talking or referring to him by name. So again, that's a really great example of de-escalating the situation. So, part of the profile and part of the evidence is that media should not be over-talking these. I mean, it's very hard not to, of course, when you've got a mass shooting, but it's very much de-escalating and not providing these people with that notoriety.
All right, Sandy, it's great to have your insight on this. And of course, if you or anyone you know feels they're in crisis or any way, please call Lifeline as soon as you can.
All right, I want to play that right there because again, I find it quite interesting that they talked about that, and now I understand it all because I've said in a few of my streams in the past that we got to be careful how we treating people, and poking at people, because I know a lot of people do that. They poke at people trying to show out in front of their friends and stuff. But especially when I was growing up, we all did that stuff, but we didn't have to worry about too much about mass shootings back when I was growing up. But in this era now, you can't be sitting up here fucking with people and picking on them and shit, because you just don't know what the outcome gonna come when you fucking with people, especially somebody who's keeping to themselves. For some reason, people love fucking with them the most. Somebody who keep to themselves, people just love poking at them, fuck with them, because they look at them as weird, which I don't know what is weird about people who like to keep to themselves, but a lot of people keep to themselves, people like to fuck with them. And then when you poke them one too many times, then you end up getting like situations like this, where they come in to fuck you up. Not only they come in to fuck you up, but everybody else who's in the crossfire, they get caught up because of shit that y'all did, instead of real picking on folks, instead of just leaving them the fuck alone. Like grandma and granddaddy, mom and dad always tell us, if they not messing with you, you don't mess with them. All right? And we said to ourselves, you don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with you. But I wish it was all like that still now, but unfortunately it's not like that now, because again, these social medias, video games, raps and all that, I think a lot of the young generation get the wrong message of what they sitting in these video games, raps and all this stuff. In the video games now, they get to the point now they don't give a damn. They putting everything in video games now, nudity, sex, drugs and stuff like that. And we as grown people sit up there and let these young kids play these games. Like Grand Theft Auto, I don't think a young child should be playing a game like that at all. I remember when San Andreas came out, they got a lot of scrutiny because they didn't really have no restrictions on it. They was selling this game to everybody. And before they made a patch to the game, I think it was one part of the game where they was actually showing the girls giving the men fellatio, and they came under hard scrutiny of their video game, so they had to go back and revamp their game and make it I guess age appropriate or whatnot. But this it's crazy, So again, aiming at the young generation, I would say if nobody's bothering you, then your best bet is to leave them the fuck alone, because you keep fucking with them, call yourself trying to show out or trying to please your buddies, you might end up getting something that you more likely unable to come back from. All right, and I don't recommend that to nobody. Even you got homeless people, I know a lot of people like fucking with them, poking at them, because again, people make fun of or fuck with stuff that they don't understand, and it's weird to them. It's not normal. So since they normal, they want to fuck with the unnormal. Amen. And I just don't. I like to stay to myself. And when nobody fuck with me, I don't fuck with them. So hey, that's just the best thing I can tell anybody. You said, especially in this day and time, you never know the mind frame of a person. No, you never know. You never know the mind frame of a person when you go in there fucking with them or whatnot. So, yeah, this shit crazy. But anyway, guys, I'm going up out of here and head on to work. But I want to share this story with y'all. And again, right now, it's vague right now, so we don't have much information on it. But I'm glad that the young lady did survive, but it's still tragic that she lost her whole family. And for what? I don't know, but hopefully the information will come out soon. And I will at least try to find a police conference where they did talk about this. All right. But in that though, y'all take care of yourself and each other. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all afternoon / evening. And I am Chris Thorns, and I am out. All right.